Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Listen, you guys, my name is Regina. I am the wife of Clovis, and we do a little travel information on our channel here. And I wanted to go ahead and share some of these videos and my thoughts on Carnival Cruise Line. Now, a lot of people are stepping away from Carnival Cruise Line. A lot of people are not wanting to no longer go on Carnival Cruise. But that doesn't mean that people are all wanting to stay away from Carnival Cruise Line. No, it doesn't. They are still wanting to stay there. In this video today, I'm going to give you some information, what I found regarding Carnival Cruise Line, as well as some of this stuff happening over there on Virgin Voyages. Now, Virgin Voyages, I truly love, but there's a lot that's happening. It seems like that some of that behavior that's being seen over there on Carnival Cruise Line is finding its way right over there to the port and on the ship of Virgin Voyages. We got to stop all this nonsense. But let's go ahead and jump into this as we have a conversation on this video today. Welcome to the channel. Now, I want to go ahead and start off by this video here. There was a massive brawl that happened. A massive brawl that broke out over on Carnival Cruise Line. And you guys, it was not pretty. The whole event actually went viral. And we're going to chit chat about it right after I bring this up on the screen for y'all to take a look. And this is one of the many reasons why myself and others have chosen no longer to go on a Carnival Cruise Line. Now, many people have said, hey, they're still going to go. They don't have a problem with any of that, but I just can't do it, especially after seeing something like this. Ooh, you guys, this is really way too much. I mean, you go on a cruise to get a vacation, to relax, to not deal with the everyday drama, and you come right on the ship and find the drama has found you. This is way too much, you guys. Way, way too much. Now, as you can hear, some of the people, some of the guests on there, as this video was running, some of the guests were like, throw them overboard. Come on, guys. I mean, I know we don't want them here, but statements like that, come on, you guys. This behavior has gotten Carnival Cruise Line one of the reputation as bad. A lot of people see Carnival Cruise Line as a bad reputation. A lot of people don't want to deal with Carnival Cruise because a lot of these things happen on Carnival Cruise Line. Now, a lot of people are saying, hey, if I'm going to go on a cruise, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save up a lot more money and go on the expensive cruise, because they seem to think that this behavior only happens on the lower end ships. But it's not so. I have to say that it's not so, but it is less actions like this that are seen on some of these cruise lines. I'm not a Carnival fan. I am just not a Carnival fan. Every time I turn around, I'm hearing stories about Carnival fights. You guys, I'm not just making this up. Here's another video. We're gonna share some information here. Here's another video that I found. This coming off of the New York Post. The New York Post posted this one. They said dozens put on do not sail list after massive brawl breaks out on Carnival cruise ship. Now, this actually happened when the people were disembarking, when they were going home. You made it through the whole cruise without any incidents, but you get in the disembark and you get to where you guys are about to go home, and y'all, this happens. Y'all supposed to be going home, finding your car. Where's my car? Where's my car?
Disturbing video captured the moment a massive brawl broke out among Carnival cruise ship passengers in Texas, resulting in more than a dozen people being banned from the liner for life. The violence erupted as passengers were disembarking from the Carnival Jubilee when it docked in Galveston on Saturday, following a week-long Caribbean trip. Footage shared on social media shows multiple passengers barging past barriers to trade blows, with one man shoved to the floor and then pummeled by a handful of others. Multiple security guards can be seen running toward the fight, but they struggled to immediately contain the melee. Several open suitcases were left scattered around the terminal in the aftermath. A Carnival Cruise spokesperson told the Post that the incident occurred in the debarkation area under the authority of U.S. Customs and Border Protection, and that the matter was turned over to law enforcement. The company said, "We will not tolerate such behavior," adding that 24 people have been placed on their do not sail list. At least one person was arrested, though police have not revealed what sparked the ruckus or what charges were filed.
Oh my goodness, you guys. Come on. This has gotten crazy. And here's the other thing, y'all. I get so tired of seeing these fights and all this mess happening. And then it's us. I can't stand it when it always has to be us. Come on, my Black people. We have fought history to be able to do what we want fairly, to be treated fairly, to be treated equally. And then we get there and we act up and show our whole behinds, bad behavior. Why? Why do we do this kind of stuff? I don't understand this. And I know some people like, well, those are not my Black people. They Black people. Listen, it's our culture. It's our people. We got to stop this. We got to find a way to control this behavior, to get rid of this bad behavior, because y'all may think you just messing it up just for them. No, you mess up for the culture. Now, this is why a lot of Black people, a lot of us, I can talk as my people, this is why we get scrutinized a lot when we go on these luxury cruise ships, or when we go to luxury liners, or when we go to luxury vacations, or when we go sometime to any vacations. People now want to act as though I knew you, how you fought and how you acted and how you behave. And they think just because I'm the same color, the same nationality, that they got to keep a close eye on and watch on me. Yo, come on, people. Come on. This is just ridiculous. It doesn't stop there, because I'm not just going to show you one video. I'm going to prove a point. I'm going to prove a point over here. Let's go over here to this video that I got from TikTok, where there were 18 people who were kicked off of a Carnival Sunshine for fighting in the Bahamas. Y'all on vacation.
This is what happens when you get kicked off of a Carnival cruise ship for fighting.
Really, people? Really? Really? 4 families involved, all escorted off.
This is what happens when you get kicked off of a Carnival cruise ship.
Just take a look. Take a look. 4 families. What nationality? Come on now. I know some people are probably going to come for me. Don't treat me like Candace Owens. I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. This is ridiculous. You save up all this money to go on these cruises. They're not cheap. They're not cheap. And all for what? To get kicked off a cruise because you don't know how to behave in the company of others? You think that you can bring your living room behavior to this public ship where you have these other guests that are not familiar with your way of living, and you think that your behavior is acceptable? You knew when you did the behavior that it was not acceptable. So now the whole family, everybody, kids included, get kicked off of the cruise in the Bahamas. You know what happens when you get kicked off? When you're at one of the destinations, you got to find your way back to America. You got to find your way back to wherever you were, wherever you chose to port from. You got to find your way back. So now this family, and there's a lot of them, they got to come up with money to find flights, to find hotel rooms, all of this because you can't control your behavior. And you're teaching the kids that it's okay to have this behavior. It's fine. We got kicked off the cruise. 18 of y'all. I don't do Carnival. I don't do Carnival. I don't do Carnival. It's a mess. Such terrible. And now it's rolling on over there to Virgin Voyages. Rolling on over to Virgin Voyages. In other news, there's another cruise ship. They say the cruise ship fight led to death. A cruise crew members deported. Now, this was terrible, you guys. This was absolutely terrible to hear that this happened. The story says a concerning trend of violent altercations among cruise passengers across multiple lines escalated on May 3rd of 2025 when a passenger passed away following an onboard fight. The incident comes just a week after Carnival Cruise Line put 24 people on its do not sell list for engaging in a massive brawl in a Port of Galveston cruise terminal. The violent altercations involving passengers were also reported on Royal Caribbean and Virgin Voyages cruise ships in April. The latest incident occurred on board an MSC cruise ship sailing a weekend cruise from Southampton, England to Bridges, Belgium, and led to a investigation. MURDER investigation. Doug Parker shared more regarding this and on his, because he has a program regarding cruise ship, and he shared more on that. And let me go ahead and I'll bring this on screen, and then we'll have a conversation. We've got to do better, you guys. When it comes to a point where people's lives are being taken because of altercations, it's just not worth it. It is really not worth it. Let me go ahead and bring Doug's video on the channel so you guys can see this, because it's sad. It's sad stuff like this happens. Like I said, and there are children on these ships. Children are witnessing this. But when you expect somebody to go on a cruise, you expect them to come back healthy. You don't expect them not to come back. You don't expect them not to have their life again, all over an altercation. Here we go.
Parker. Good morning. Here's your cruise news for Tuesday, May 6th. British police have launched an investigation after a 60-year-old man passed away following an altercation aboard the MSC Virtuoso over the weekend. The incident reportedly happened shortly after departure from Southampton, where the ship had to return to dock 3 hours later. A 57-year-old man from southern England was arrested on suspicion of murder. In a statement, MSC said, "We are providing full support to those impacted, and thoughts are with the family and friends at this difficult time." The investigation is ongoing, and local authorities thanked MSC and its crew for their cooperation.
Oh my goodness, you guys. Way too much. Way too much. All right, let me go ahead and let me share this next video with you guys. When you're out there vacationing on a cruise, you want to make sure that you're safe, even when you're pairing up with a friend. Listen, because these two women who I'm about to bring on the screen, they're going to tell you what they went through, what they encountered. Amber Sherrera and Doug Dongala Dobson told ABC News that a resort staff member offered them a 2-for-1 drink, which they then almost immediately began feeling ill. So they're stating that they were assaulted, they were drugged, all while on a Carnival elation trip. Let me go ahead and bring this on the screen. This is why even when you're traveling, you guys, you got to make sure that you are making sure that whatever you're taking or partaking of, drinking of, and everything, let somebody know something. Let somebody know if you're feeling ill, other than the person that you're there with. Do your best, I always say, to stay close to the ship, so that if you have to get back, you won't have a problem trying to get back. Or maybe, someone will see you there who was sailing on the ship also. You can let them know, hey, I need help getting back to the ship. That's why one of the reasons why my husband and I don't travel too far away from the ship or even leave the ship at all when we go, because things like this are happening and it's scary. Take a listen to this story.
They'll say they were drugged and sexually assaulted in the Bahamas. The women say they went to a beach resort on Grand Bahama Island, which they say was recommended by the cruise ship. They ordered cocktails and immediately they say they started to feel sick. The women say staffers from the resort actually sexually assaulted them.
I vaguely remember glimpses of his face. I don't remember all of it. I don't remember everything, but I remembered enough of that he was a staff worker and he had a goatee and he was a local. The resort security were able to go pull the footage and identify them right then and there.
Carnival responded in a statement saying, quote, while ashore in Freeport, Bahamas on an independent shore excursion, 2 guests on the excursion on Carnival Elation reported to Bahamian police that they were sexually assaulted at a local beach. Our onboard care team provided support for 2 guests as they sailed back to Jacksonville. Bahamian police are investigating the matter and Carnival is providing our full cooperation. The Royal Bahamas police say 2 men were arrested for sexual assault and an investigation is underway.
Oh my goodness. My, and my. You guys, please make sure that y'all are safe out there when you're traveling. Please, please, please make sure that you are very safe out there. Now, you guys, there's more that goes on out here that I want you all to be aware of when you travel. As I said, my husband and I love traveling. That's one of the reasons why I created this channel, because I wanted to share some of our experiences that we've learned, some of the tips and tools that we do. And I also wanted to be able to bring to you guys some of the videos like this that I found. And it kind of helps us even with our traveling. It makes us more aware. Sometimes when you're going on these trips, you know, your mind is just, hey, I just want to have fun. But we also got to be aware of things to be cautious of. Now, here's one video that I'm going to share with you all, because a lady went on a Carnival cruise line and she took her luggage, she took her medicines and stuff she needed, but she also took this one item that she uses to help her sleep. And that item got her banned from Carnival Cruise Line. Let me go ahead and share this. And as you get ready to travel on your trips, maybe you want to take a listen and make sure that this item is not in your suitcase. Here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and share this with you guys.
Cruise line bans a woman for life after an incident at the port in Miami.
Yeah, she tried to take CBD gummies on board and learned a tough lesson about cruising rules. Fox 35's Chris Lindsay spoke with her today, and he's joining us live right now. So, Chris, she has a warning for anyone sailing the high seas.
That's right. When you're packing for a trip, it's usually easy to remember not to pack anything illegal. In this case, this woman thought she had done just that. She still ended up in some trouble.
I don't deserve something like that to be recorded on my name.
Erin Van Veldhuizen was headed on a cruise with her family. When terminal workers looked inside her bag, they found CBD gummies. She says they had no THC at all, and she brought them to help her sleep.
I'm thinking at this point she's just going to destroy it or something. I'm just going to watch her destroy it. I haven't really thought anything of it too much.
Instead,
then a captain finally came down, and the man said, based on the weight of your gummies, you won't be able to board.
They also banned her from taking any Carnival cruises moving forward.
Wow.
Cruise expert Stuart Sharon says the incident highlights why it's important to always check the cruise line's website before you pack.
The point is they do have certain items that are not allowed on board the ships, and people need to adhere to those rules in order to keep themselves and everybody else as safe. And look, the idea is, you're going on vacation, have fun.
He says just because a substance is legal at point A,
right,
that doesn't mean you can legally bring it to point B.
Right.
Erin's lawyer doesn't think the gummies were prohibited.
The conditions of carriage specifically say that marijuana derivatives, or controlled substances are illegal and or are not allowed on the ship. What she had was none of those things.
I reached out to Carnival for comment, and they haven't responded just yet. And live in the studio, Chris Lindsay, Fox 35.
All right. So before you pack something in your suitcase, you want to make sure, hey, would this have an issue? Now, I want to say this. When they spoke about what's what's legal in point A, whether you're in America or whether you're in another country, what's legal at the port where you're departing from, it may not be legal in those open waters or at the ports where they're going to. So that's another reason why these cruise ships have to make sure that they put these strict guidelines in place, because remember, you're sailing in different waters. There's different laws and regulations. So again, those of you who use the edible gummies for a little nap time, whether they have THC in them or not, you may want to unpack those and find something else to help you get some rest. All right, you guys, let's go over here to our next video here that we're going to share, because this video is letting us know why Carnival Cruise Line has banned all the fans. Oh my goodness, you guys. This video right here.
I got my boots on. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and pause the music there. But as you see, everybody's having a good time. They're doing a little step. They're dancing to the, come on. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I got my boots on the ground. Well, that's all you can have on the ground over there at Carnival Cruise Line, because you're going to have to leave those fans at home. Yes, guys, Carnival Cruise Line has banned the handheld fans. You can't have them. You cannot have them on Carnival Cruise Line. Carnival Cruise Line even went so far as to not only ban the fans in your hand, but they have also banned the fans you bring from home that you want to use in your bedroom to stay cool. Yes, Carnival Cruise Line says they now have to inspect any fans that are bought on board on their ship. And if the fans are not deemed to be in working condition according to the standards of Carnival Cruise Line now states they can have you not bring your fan on their ship. But you guys, these handheld fans, these are a no-no. You're going to have to just do your dance when you get back to shore. I can't say that I'm really mad at them, because I tell you that whack, whack, whack. I mean, it's nice for a little bit, but my goodness, it can be a lot, especially when people are walking through the buffet aisle and I'm trying to get a meal. But instead of me trying to get a meal, somebody's whacking their fan in my face. I don't even want to hear it, y'all. I want to eat or I want to get in the pool. But in that case, that pool was too full. Kind of looked like this pool. My goodness. How do y'all enjoy yourself with all these people? See, I need a more private ship. I need a more private ship. My voyage experience should not look like I'm at the Goombay Festival, which actually is a good place. I really like it. It's down in Miami. If y'all don't heard about it, it's really good. But it's very crowded. Oh my goodness. Look at this, y'all. Carnival Cruise Line. How many of y'all think this is fun? Before I let you go. This is too much of a party for me. This is way too much of a party for me. I know it's fun for some folks. It's fun for some folks. But child, this is a little bit much for me. But I'm not mad at the cruise line, because they're making that money. They're making that money. They are making that money. These cruise lines are taking a beating, you guys. They're going through a lot. These cruise ships are going through a lot. They go through the beatings of the people tearing up the ship and not taking care of the ship and all the fighting and all the destruction and all that. And I think these cruise ships are getting tired, you guys. They're getting tired of y'all folks. They're getting so tired that they're willing. Some of these cruise ships, I think they say on their own self. I think some of these ships said on themselves, they're like, I'm leaving these people because I'm tired of them. I'm leaving because I'm tired of these people. Y'all watch this video as this ship tries to get away from the people at the port, whether it be the storm or whether it be the ship just saying, I'm tired of this place. I'm tired of these people. Watch this, y'all.
So our ship, the MSC or Ski Site, just has a couple weird announcements. This lady over here informed me what happened. So we are docked. It is not near time for us to depart yet, and the ship went adrift. So the wind came and broke the tether lines right here, and the ship started moving. We are still tethered over here. It's kind of hard to see. Or maybe we're not tethered anymore. I lied. And then all these people are stuck down here and can't get onto the ship because we blew away.
My goodness.
They literally like closed the gate on them and everything.
Can you imagine?
So yeah, I think the ship wasn't supposed to leave until 9 p.m. and it is only like 3 o'clock. So yeah, what the hell? And like 3 o'clock.
She's like, what the heck? What the heck? What? So imagine if you guys had disembarked, you're having a good time, and all of a sudden you look up and it looks like your ship is leaving you. And you're standing there at the gate, and the gate has been closed so that nobody tries to run to the ship. And the ship, you can obviously see that there looks like there was some bad weather there, which probably, unfortunately had the ship to get detached from that port. But can you just imagine? You are having a good time, and now you see your ship has broke away. And you are standing there like, wait, what's happening? This is another reason why, you guys, I don't do too much getting off the ship. I don't do too much. When I go to some of these ports, I normally stay on board, unless it's a place that I really, really want to go to. But otherwise, I'm not trying to get off. Now, this particular one, I believe this was MSC Seascape. I believe that, MSC Seascape said it suddenly just broke loose. Oh, my goodness. Just imagine. All right, you guys. So now remember I talked to you a little bit. We spoke a little bit about Carnival. Let's talk a little bit about Virgin Voyages and what's happening over there. This story comes from this young lady. Her name is Tony Toney. And she is stating that she was terribly racial profiled by some guest on the beautiful Virgin Voyages. However, Miss Tony actually said the way Virgin Voyages stood up for her, she was pleased with what they did. She was very pleased at how they handled the situation. But her story that she wants to get out is there's still some people that think certain people should not be on certain luxury spots on certain cruise ships. And I'm glad she's telling her story and sharing what she went through, because people need to know that, unfortunately, racism, racial profiling is still out there. All right, so this is coming out from Inquisitor News, and it says this: Black author reveals most racist encounter of her life on a luxury cruise. Says white couple accused her of trading favors for VIP access. Tony thought she was in for a relaxing, luxurious escape when she set sail for her mother on a Virgin Voyages cruise in mid-June. But what was meant to be a dream vacation quickly turned ugly after what she calls the most racist encounter of her life. Sharing the story on TikTok, the Black author from British recounted being targeted by a white couple while trying to enjoy the ship's VIP area known as Richard's Rooftop. She first noticed a couple whom she dubbed Chuck and Stephanie from Alberta when she was taking a photo of herself and her mother in the exclusive space. The man she called Chuck deliberately photobombed her picture, then immediately started grilling her about how she had access to the VIP section. Things escalated quickly. Moments later, a cruise line employee approached Tony with an odd message. The couple had reported her for allegedly taking photos of them without permission. When Tony explained the photobombing incident, the staff member reassured her that he knew the complaint was bogus because he had seen the whole thing, but he still felt it was important to let her know about the accusation. The couple, however, wasn't done. Tone said the man then went to the bar and loudly demanded that staff kick her and her mother out of the rooftop area, falsely insisting they weren't authorized to be there. He's seething, absolutely seething that we have not been kicked out, Tony said. She also noted that she and her mother were the only Black people in the VIP section at the time. At one point, Tony joined the hot tub where the couple was sitting, only for the woman to deliberately splash water in her face. I knew exactly what they were doing. They were trying to intentionally push me and antagonize me in a way that they hope would garner a reaction from me, an outburst or a reaction that is so significant it would then justify staff kicking me out, Tony explained. Then things took an even nastier turn. The couple hurled insults at her and accused her of gaining free access to the VIP section by exchanging sexual favors with a virgin employee. At this point in my mind, I'm like, this man and his girlfriend or whatever, clearly racist, have come to this conclusion because it's the only thing that is making sense in my mind right now, she said. Despite the ordeal, Tone had high praise for the Virgin Voyages staff. She said they defended her and her mother's right to be there when the couple complained again, and even provided them with special VIP wristbands to help prevent further harassments. Shout out to Virgin Voyages staff because the way they dealt with that situation was great, Tone shared. The staff were absolutely amazing, but those two people, some of the most vile and immature human beings I've ever had the dishonor of coming across in my life. Now let's go over here to her channel because she posted this on her TikTok channel. And let me go ahead and share this so you guys can hear what she had to say about this ordeal. Just crazy.
Racist encounter of my life. Imagine a woman kicking water in your face and laughing at you with her husband. Imagine being accused of exchanging intimate favors for cruise tickets. I'm currently on a cruise with Virgin Voyages, and I just want to caveat this video by saying Virgin, absolutely incredible. Their staff, absolutely incredible. The support and understanding I got today from the Virgin staff, that's really what saved me from losing my head. So I'm on this cruise with my mum. It's her first time going on a cruise. She's super excited about it. As part of this cruise, I was given access to Rich's rooftop, and it's a part of the rooftop of the ship reserved for VIP guests. Now, typically when you're on a Virgin cruise, you're given a red wristband, but if you're VIP, you're given a black wristband. The black wristband, you get access to the rooftop, or you can also get access to the rooftop with a red wristband if you have a VIP access card. My mum and I decided we wanted a chill one, and we just wanted to lounge at the rooftop. So we go to the rooftop and we get like a little day bed. My mum takes a picture of me, and an older gentleman jumps in front of the picture, and he's being like very jovial and silly. So I think, oh, maybe he's a bit tipsy, he just wants to be in the picture, whatever. I just don't think anything of it. 5 minutes after that, I noticed him and his partner. They sat in the day bed like opposite us. She goes off to do something. He said, oh, can I ask you a question? I said, oh yeah, sure, go ahead. And he says, how did you get in here? I said, excuse me. He said, how are you in here? I said, how am I in where? He said, here. And I said, I used my card and I got in. I have a Rich's Rooftop card. So I then asked, how are you in here? He says, oh, I have a black band. I have a band. And I said, oh, okay, cool. I sit down and a member of staff comes up to me. And he says to me, oh, I just want to let you know that one of the other people on the cruise has complained about you. And I said, complain about me? Why? And he said, oh, they said that you were taking pictures of them and you made them feel uncomfortable. And I was like, what? And then I immediately realized who it was. And then I said to the member of staff, I didn't even take his picture. My mum took a picture of me. Her back was to him. And he jumped into the picture and he was like, don't worry, I saw everything. I saw everything. I'm just letting you know that they've complained. I was like, thank you so much for letting me know. At this point, I didn't assume there was like a big issue. So I'm like, let me not take another picture. Maybe some people just like don't like cameras around. And that was his way of being passive aggressive and saying like, oh, I don't want you to take a picture while you're up here. Cool. So I was like, let me not take any pictures. So I just sat with my mum. We were chilling. the gentleman and his partner had realized, oh, they're still here. They saw the staff member speak to me, and then the staff member like smiled, joked with me. I even got drinks, and I think they put two and two together, and they were like, we complained about them and they didn't get kicked out of this area. Like, what's going on? I then see the gentleman stand up and go to the bar, and something in my spirit said, Tony, go to the bar too. Go and grab another drink. I wasn't even thirsty. I just wanted to go to the bar because I just felt in my spirit that he was going to complain about me again. Bear in mind, I've not done anything to this man. I'm simply existing with my mother. I also mentioned that we were the only Black people in Richard's Rooftop at this time. I go to the bar. Again, the staff are being absolutely lovely. They're like, oh, hey, like, do you want something to drink? Let me sort you out, cool. And I was like ordering my drink. And then I hear him shouting, I don't care. I don't care. Get them out. I don't want them here. Get them out of here. And then the staff member who'd been so nice to me had said to this guy, like, look, I can't just, they're allowed to be here. I can't just kick them out. And he says, these are your rules. These are your rules. They don't have a Black band. They shouldn't be in here. And he's like, they have a card. They can be in here. He was shouting at the staff, asking them why the hell they hadn't kicked me and my mum out, that he does not want us here. And I go back to my mother, I hand her a drink, and I'm like, Mum, you know, this guy is shouting at the staff, saying that the staff should kick us out. My mom's like, what have we done? I'm like, Mummy, he's seething, absolutely seething that we have not been kicked out. I do not know how miserable a human being has to be that pressed about something. You might have seen us in the beginning with our red bands and you took issue with that. Okay, cool, right? But the second a staff member, to be fair, the second I told you we have cards, you should have just let it rest. But the second a staff member told you they're allowed to be here, they have cards, they have access.
Right, leave it alone.
To be here. Mm-hmm. That should have been it. At this point in my mind, I'm like, okay, this man and his girlfriend, whatever, clearly racist, right?
Yep. That's all it was. That's truly what I believe the situation was too. This was a racist act. It was crazy that they would even question her. If they had a question if she should have been there, it's not their job to question her. Virgin has people that can do that. If they felt that somebody was in an area that they thought they shouldn't be there, they should have went and talked to Virgin. They should not have approached her, the passenger, directly. They are not Virgin Voyages police. It's sad that people feel as though they are above anybody else and they feel as though certain luxuries that are on cruise liners are only for them. Very sad that it takes place. Very sad that they would look at this beautiful woman and her beautiful mother and act as though they weren't supposed to be there. And there are some instances where people somehow get through the security area and they're told that they have to leave, but they're told by staff. They're not told by the guest. Let the staff do that. I'm glad that she shared this video about what her occurrence was. I'm sad that she had to go through this. But you guys, things like this are out here. They're happening. So it's not just one ethnic group that's doing it. It's a lot. And it comes in different forms, whether it's being fights, whether it's being chairs being thrown, whether it's being names being called, whether people are being banned from ships, whether people are being kicked off the ship, whether people are being racially discriminated. A lot of these things take place while on some of these cruise ships. I wish they wouldn't, because all of us work hard. We want to play hard as well. We want to have fun as we play. We want to enjoy ourselves. And I would pray that as many of these cruise ships put more stricter rules in place, that these type of behaviors will eventually be non-existent. We all just want to get on the big ship and have a good time. But sometimes you got to weed out some of the bad weed before you can have a really, really, really good time, or just stay away from some of the drama. And the way I stay away from some of the drama, unfortunately, I choose not to go with Carnival right now. Now, somebody did tell me that the larger ships of Carnival have less problems or none at all, like some of the Mardi Gras or some of the other larger ships. So they say, hey, you may want to try those out. I'll think about it. But I tell you, when you have a name, and that name Carnival, and a lot of people are you're known for these fights and these disruptions and stuff like that, it really makes it hard for us who love to sail to pick you as first choice. Carnival is very hard. But this is why it is important for Carnival Cruise Line to go ahead and have these strict policies in place and to start banning these folks because they're not playing these games with y'all no more. They want to clean up their cruise ship, and it's about time they did. And I welcome it. I welcome it. All right. All right, you guys. So there are some of the stories I had regarding Carnival Cruise Line. Those of you who had some cruising experiences, go ahead and drop your comments in the comment section. Let me know this, you guys. Are you a Carnival Cruise member? Do you enjoy your Carnival cruises? Have you had a good time on Carnival Cruise Line? Or do you have a disturbing situation that happened to you? And have you chosen to no longer go and sail with Carnival Cruise Line? Let me know. Who's your favorite cruise line ship and why? And in the comment section, let me know if you're going to be going back to Carnival Cruise Line or you're staying away. All right. Thank y'all so very much for watching. Give me a thumbs up on this video if you liked it and enjoyed it. And I pray you have a wonderful time as you vacation. Have a good time. Remember, you guys, sailing is supposed to be fun and enjoyable, not just for yourselves, but also for others. I'll see y'all on the next one, you guys. Bye now.